Talk about an awesome intro. Welcome everyone, this is Frost here for Infinity 8 Gaming, and today I'm going to show you a review of Friday the 13th, the game. Now this is the PS4 version of the game, so let's just get into this. So I'm basically showing you the normal menu, the main menu. Now just bear in mind this is a multiplayer game. You can play up to 8 people, so you have the choice between Jason. First time ever you're going to be able to play as Jason, and then as 7 counselors. You can be 8 people in total. So I'm just running you through the couple of abilities that you can see on the screen. You can shift, stalk, morph, and it's got rage. And then basically every time you play you get experience, and you've got and you can unlock and buy new executions or clothing, or as soon as you level up you can buy different skins, like from the reincarnation versions. And then the counselors as well. I mean, they've got this similar principle. You have to basically just upgrade them. You can buy clothes and stuff, and you have to, yeah, well, basically there's a lot of weapons to pick up, but it's just there to stun Jason, because there's a couple of ways for you to go about this game and try to survive. Well, the main issue is not the issue, but the main thing is you have to try to survive the night. So you can do this either by, there's usually about 2 cars or a boat that you can try to take, but you have to first fix it, get some petrol and a battery and keys, and then you can drive off, and then hopefully you don't manage to run into Jason, because he will stop the car instantly and he will kill you. The other thing is you can get a radio and you can call in the hunter. What happens with the hunter is if one of the people dies, it's like Siege. If you die, you just basically spectate the rest of the round. So if someone dies and someone actually called in the hunter, one of the people that died will spawn back in as the hunter with a shotgun. The only drawback is you only have 1 shot, and that basically will just stun him. So you can also survive like that. So if you have the car, you can drive out. Otherwise, call in the hunter. The other thing is, if you find the telephone and fix it, you can call the cops, and then you've got a timer. And if you survive and you get to the timer, then you can basically just run towards the police and you will have escaped. That's one of the reasons as well. The other thing is just basically to try and hide from Jason. Now, there's a number of ways you can hide from him. You can go into cupboards, you can just lie underneath beds. But he's got sense, so he can sense if you're in a cabin or something. It doesn't pinpoint exactly where you are, but if he knows how to play the game, he will definitely find you inside that house. So it's constantly you have to move around. You've got bear traps and weapons to stun him, but I mean, full out running away from him will never work, because he doesn't get tired, and unfortunately you do. And the other thing is you can try to kill him. There's actually our next video will actually show how you can kill him, but trust me, this is one of the hardest things to do, especially if you go into a public game. If you play in a private match, you can actually try and attempt it. The video we'll be launching on Saturday will actually show you how to do it. But like I said, it's better just to survive the night, and it's easier said than done. So usually as soon as you start playing, you don't have much of a choice who you're going to be. You're either going to be a counselor or you're going to be Jason if you're lucky. So there's a lot of the badges I'm showing you here now. It's like the trophies you can earn. But yeah, you really have to go and play games and customize your character and Jason as well, because the abilities you unlock will change the dynamics of the game. So that's a broad overview. I have to say the creators went all out with Crystal Lake, and this game is absolutely brilliant. I have to say they've made it that this is really a scary game, and it's just awesome. So it's got that real horror feeling to it, just like the olden days movies. And yeah, I really like this. So just going into the game now itself, I'm just going to show you basically just some gameplay as me as a counselor. Unfortunately, I didn't get the opportunity to play as Jason, but playing in a public, this is a public session. So what you can see there, the guy behind me is basically also from Infinity 8. I think this was all Infinity 8 guys playing, and some random. So you have to look around all the cabins. It's the best way to is to minimize your movement. So you will look inside all the cabinets, everything that's available for you to activate. Try and activate it, pick up weapons. The weapons are just there to protect your ass basically, and stun everything, barricade doors, because then Jason has to break it down. If you leave it open, he's just going to walk in and just kill you. And unfortunately for me, well, as soon as you start running, you will see on the minimap on your right hand side. If you get the map, you can see everything, otherwise you have to run around. But as soon as you move or you make a lot of noise, and there on the map you can see Jason the Red, so he's close by. So he knows where we are at this point in time. So as soon as you start moving or running or whatever, you're going to make noise, and with his abilities he can pick it up and he's basically going to come and kill you. So the other thing is, what you can do as well with windows is basically leave the windows open if you can. You can jump through a closed window, but you're going to take on damage. Now there is medikits available, or spray cans. It's actually awesome. I wish the medicine today would work like that. You can just, as soon as you're injured, just start spraying yourself, and that actually works for you. Now, I'm crawling around here, but unfortunately Jason already found us. You can see on the minimap he's right behind me. So my whole purpose for this was basically just to try and, well, preoccupy him as long as I can before I'm gonna die, just to give the rest of the guys a sporting chance to fix the vehicles, or call in the police, or whatever the case might be. You can see there I just jumped through the window. Luckily it's the window I opened up. But yeah, you see the beds, you can hide underneath the bunk beds. There's some closets that you can hide in, but if the guy knows what he's doing, you're basically screwed. And you see there, that door was barricaded, so it took him time. He's not coming in. Now he's coming in, but luckily my friend put down a bear trap, so he's stuck for a little bit. But now I can jump outside. But he has a lot of abilities, and the more you play with Jason, the better you will get. Now you can see the fear factor is there, so everything gets distorted on the video screen and the music changes. So this is really a immersive game. You'll see there now, okay, I jumped through a closed window, so I'm taking on damage. And you can see that red bar underneath the minimap, that's not your health, that's actually your stamina. But I mean, the more you get hurt, the slower you will start moving. So it's better to find some medical spray. Well, it's medical spray you can use. But I have to say, the one thing about this game, it's fun to play this with friends, especially at night. And it really has got that horror feeling to it. It's probably one of the best horror games I've played. I mean, don't get me wrong. The graphics are not like AAA titles, but I mean, that's not the point of this game. This game it's so bringing you back to the older version, like mainly like the movies, and they really went all out from the designers to make this Camp Crystal as closely, well, I think it's Camp Crystal Lake, so close to the real movies that it's just amazing. So yeah, you can see I'm so injured. I've got one, well, a weapon left, but unfortunately, you see the tents. You can actually jump inside the tents as well. Get some graphic deaths if you jump inside one of them when he catches you. But like you can see, the distortion as well and the dilated pupils. That means Jason is right behind me. So he's gonna continuously follow me because I don't have stamina anymore. So I'm just trying to get us away from him as far as possible. That's scary as hell just to see him behind you. And so basically I can swing at him. That just stuns him for a little bit. That gives me more time to get away. But unfortunately I'm struck with fear, so I can't get my stamina up. And you have to stand still for a while to build up your stamina again. And then I can get away from him. So, but he can teleport in front of me, or he can use his ability to morph. That means he moves so quickly that, you see, he's right away, but basically, there he got me. Luckily, I picked up a pocket knife, so I can basically instantly break his grip and just stab him in the neck. But that just buys me a little bit more time. You see, he's just toying with me. And that's the one thing that's also amazing about this game. The guy can just straight out, whoever plays as Jason can just go for it and just try to eliminate you as quickly as possible. or if he does, like this guy was a random guy that played as Jason, and I have to tip my hat to him because he actually did it greatly. So because I was constantly just looking over my shoulder, running around, I didn't know where to go. I mean, I don't even look in front of me because it's just a scary thought to think he's right behind you. But as you can see, my life expectancy is basically, that's where it ends. So this guy has played Jason a lot because he's got multiple executions unlocked. So there I used both my arms and unfortunately one to there as well. So please keep in mind, if you have younger children, don't let them play this game. I mean, I can't... well, it's up to you as a parent, or if you basically look at what the children play nowadays. But I mean, this is still, it's not that visual. Well, it's visual, but I mean, it's not compared to the graphics that it's horrible. But I mean, this is a violent game. It's not something I would recommend to any child in any case. But yeah, nowadays a lot of children just have their own accounts. They buy the games, and yeah, the parents doesn't know. And I'm not one of those persons to say, well, violent games will affect you and the culture and whatever the case might be, but it's still something that I wouldn't recommend. Just make sure your children don't play it. I mean, I've got two sons, I also play PS4. They've got their own ones, but yeah, usually if I play this game, they are already asleep, so and they will not get the chance to play this until they get 18, which is luckily still very far away. So what happened is I died. Now I tried to give some of the Infinity 8 guys the chance to escape, and like you can see here, poor Nosop has got a battery, so he's trying to get to one of the vehicles. So if you can get to the vehicle, he has to put in the battery, and as soon as the battery is in, someone has to find the fuel tank as well. Maybe he already has the fuel tank, or it doesn't matter. But then you need the fuel tank and keys, and then you have to hope someone can drive. But you can basically just run between the cameras and see all the players. So there's the rest of the Infinity crew guys. Nosop's busy here putting down some bear traps with his battery. I'm not sure what Nanjicam and Sue is doing. Oh crap! Okay, you didn't see that coming. You see, that's a problem. Jason just sneaked up on him, and that's basically the quick end of poor Nosop. And unfortunately the battery is there as well, so that was also a quick death. But yeah, so we're trying to get as much time. There is a timer. Usually if you die, you see the timer. You can see there on the top left corner how much time there's left. So Tom, oh well, Two, luckily for him, he found the gas, and even Nanj found the gas. The problem is now they can go to a car and they can fill it up, but unfortunately they still need to find the battery, which is now lying somewhere in Nosop's corpse somewhere. So now currently we're following Two. So he's got a flare gun. Luckily that distracts him. Well, you can shoot him in his eye and stun him, and then just try to make a getaway for it. So yeah, it's oh, the one thing is Nosop's back now. Like we said, someone already activated the radio. So if someone dies, he was fortunate enough to spawn back as the hunter. So he's got a shotgun, the same as what poor Nanja's got here. So he's hiding in the cupboard. But unfortunately, with the shotguns, you only have one shot, which is horrible. It actually does a pretty good job at stunning him. But yeah, you're not going to kill him with it. So just keep that basically for yourself, just for the sake of to save your own ass. That's the only reason you're going to have it. So basically what you can see now is, yeah, well, Nosop is standing. He's running. I think he's trying to look for the battery. I can't even remember what he tried to do. And Nosop is, I mean, Nanja's just still stuck in the, well, not stuck, just hiding in the cupboard. I mean, if you can run out the timer, then you also win. That's one of the main things you have to try to do. So Nanja's in the main building with his shotgun, opening windows, but I think as far as possible, he's going to try to refill the car as well. So, okay, Nosop's running around, he's not finding anything. You can use that gun and try to hunt now. See, there's one vehicle. So, if you focus back on Ange, Now he's trying to fill the car, but you have to do it in a different sequence and everything, and you have to be vigilant because that actually makes a sound, and as soon as you make the sound, then you actually alert Jason to your location. So this is like timing as well. Now poor Tom unfortunately was on the same mission, but he ran into Jason. So luckily the window was open, he jumped through, but now he has to try to survive, and you can see, okay, well, he found Nosip. So Nosip's standing there with the shotgun, and hopefully both of them can try to survive. Luckily that gives time for Nanj to fill the car. But now, okay, well, he's got the fuel in, but he still needs the battery, and you can see there's a bear trap. You can open that thing up, and that will only stun him. The only thing, if you put a bear trap, just talk with the people that's in your party chat or random people, because that thing will capture anyone that walks over it, even if you're a counselor, and that takes a lot of damage to a counselor. So he's just running around because unfortunately it's not lit up on the map. You have to look for basically everything on this game. So looking back on 2 here, he's trying to hide. Nosip is still running. I don't know, he's like Forrest Gumping it. Every time I switch my camera over to him, he's just running through the forest. And that's the other thing as well. Jason has the ability to knock out windows and take down some radio towers. Well, basically any lit up area, just to create more of that horrific feeling. And the better you can do that, the longer you can survive. Well, not the longer you can survive. For him, it's easier to pick up everyone because the fear factor will be more. So the more scared your character is, the less you can see on the map, and it makes it easier for Jason to pick them up with his sensors. So like 2 here, he's running back and forth trying to get inside the vehicle, but yeah, Jason is already close to him. So yeah, it's not gonna help trying to get hide in the vending machine. But yeah, if the guy knows how to play, this usually does not end well. If it's a first time guy playing as Jason, you might be lucky and fortunate enough, and there goes Forrest Gump again. So 2 is now hiding in the cupboard, but unfortunately for him, this guy knows what he's doing, the guy playing as Jason. So Forrest Gump here is still running. Poor Nosip is still looking for that battery where he died, and as you can see, 2 here is looking through the peeping hole. Hopefully for his sake, Jason doesn't find him, or that's what he's trying to, at least, let's put it that way. Okay, so Nanj went and he refilled the car, and he's also now looking for a battery, otherwise he can't escape. And now going back to Nosip. I don't know what Nosip's doing, but he's just enjoying sightseeing, I don't know. So Thomas here, I mean, you've got the ability if you're in here to just hold your breath. But I mean, if Jason is outside, the whole building is going to turn up red. And that signifies someone's inside the building. Oh, crap. Okay. So Nosip just ran into Jason, and he basically just instantly killed him. So that's a pity. But it's the same house where old Tom is hiding as well. So this makes it so much interesting. So looking through the peephole, oh crap, and that's a horrifying thing with this music to see. So that's basically instant death for 2. He was just stabbed, and that's basically the end of poor 2. So now it's only 1 left. So we tried our best, and Nanj doesn't know where the battery is, or I can't say he doesn't know where it is. I mean, it's horrible. This is a big map, and you have to look for everything, and you have to be so quiet in doing it. So he's trying to get, well, as much as he can, and I have to say, he's gonna give this Jason a run for his money. But Jason will find him. You can see he's in rage mode, so he just broke that door instantly. So now he shot him with the shotgun, and as you can see, it stunned him. He's just standing still now, and Nance just leaped through. Now you can see he's going to use, I think he's got some healing spray, so you can see the blood on his jacket, so he's injured. But if you're injured, you can't run faster, especially if you take on decent amount of damage, then it really does affect, oh, and there's Jason again, it really does affect your performance. So now it's trying everything just to avoid him now, so going upstairs, because the nice thing is with a counselor you can jump through windows, and with Jason you can't. You have to go through the normal doors. Luckily for Nange, she's got a machete that I picked up now, but yeah, you have to constantly know the surroundings. Now you can see he jumped through again, but unfortunately Jason grabbed him. But I think lucky for him, he stabbed him or kicked him. I don't know what he did, but that's not the door. He missed the door, but now he has to get out. So Jason has to follow him downstairs, or he can just morph out. And you can see there he's just spraying himself, and Poonan just jumping out again, scared as hell. You can see those, but there you can see he just instantly spawned there. So that basically makes it this game so much more intense, because you never know where he's gonna pop up. And you constantly have to battle, so you can jump in, out, but yeah, so you're not sure. Okay, so it's inside, so supposedly he's supposed to be behind you now, and then he just appears right in front of you. That's the ability he has. So even if Nange runs and jumps in, if the door's locked, luckily that one is, so he has to try to get through that thing. If it's got raid mode, he's just gonna break that thing instantly. Otherwise the other door is not barricaded, so you can knock that thing or open it up. But rage mode, but luckily he's stuck in the trap. So I have to say, hats off to Nange. He really gave this guy a run for his money. I mean, unfortunately there's still 3 minutes left, so just bear that in mind. Just to run all over this place, and with Jason exactly knowing where you are, it's not that easy to do. So we were laughing all the way, not laughing all the way, I mean, you're looking at this, but you're already feeling the tension. I mean, there's Jason right there, so now it's just barely made it to jump off, but yeah, injured again, which is fine. I mean, Jason can't jump that high, but he can teleport right outside, and that's the scary factor. He's basically just there now. So Nange tried to swing at him, but unfortunately it's too late, he's too tired, and he gets the same execution, unfortunately, that I went through. So one arm, then the other arm, and then basically just the headshot. And just to put some insult into injury, or well, salt into injury, just step on your head and just go. So basically that's the end of the game, but I would highly recommend anyone getting this game. This is so much fun, and especially if you're an older gamer, this is so nostalgic. I really have to tip my hat to the developers of this game. Currently there's only 3 maps available on the PS4, so hopefully there's going to be some more. I'm so looking forward to getting into this game some more, but it's playing with friends. This is really a fun experience, and so much fun playing it at night. So I really hope this review will give you some guidance, and hopefully you buy this game. And if you did, leave a like, comment if you need any other advice, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching, guys.